Hey guys, Pat here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And today we are making some rope swings. Oh, about 20 feet up the trees. I have some rope tied up in a tree over on this side, on the left, and a rope tied up in a tree over here on the right side. And what my idea is to bring these together and have a wooden seat and then make a swing, and I have a couple more set up. I have one set up over here to the left, and then you can't really see it, but over to the right over here I have also two ropes hung from two different trees, and trying to make it a little bit more park-like and friendly for the up-and-coming cookouts that we have here. If we look up here in the tops of these trees where I have these connected, I had to have some trees that were not going to interfere with the swing when it goes back and forth. If it bumps into the sides of the trees, I didn't want any of that. Where the rope is tied up into the trees, they have to be basically equal distances apart and somewhat parallel with each other. When you go to swing back and forth, you're not going to have some sort of a difference in the ropes when they're suspended. I don't know if that makes sense, but so the trees actually have to be fairly in line with each other for this to work out like I'm hoping. That's the theory I have anyway. I hope it works. Because we're over at the property, we don't have power here, so I'm over at the box truck and coming up with some ideas to make the seats and make some brackets that will suspend the rope or suspend the seat from the ropes. And so we'll take you over to the box truck and I'll just kind of show you what I'm doing there. So I got a piece of sunwood here, and I have this cut at 2 feet, and then so 2 inches in from each side. I have 4 holes. 2 holes on one end, 2 holes on the other to accommodate some ready rod. So this is some extra ready rod that I had that I took out of the box truck when I took all of the tanks out of the box truck, because this used to be a lube truck. So I had some extra things that I took out and kept and squirreled away for at some point when I might need it. Well, today's the day. These are 31 inches long, this ready rod, and what I intend to do, as you can see with this one here, I want to make a smooth area in here. I need to bend this into like not a 90-degree angle, but probably sharper than that. So eventually this is going to look like this on a side view. So if you can imagine this board setting like this would be the board in here. And I have the holes drilled for the board, or for the seat. You should start calling it a seat instead of a board. Then this ready rod is going to come up through here, go at an angle, and then come down, and then straight through. Then I want to have bolts and washers coming up through the bottom of the board, and then going into the ready rod thread. I have to heat this up right in the center. So I'll have to bend this rod 1, 2, and 3 times in order to make it work in our seat. The reason why I'm taking the threads off of here is to make this a little bit smoother, because the rope's going to be tied to this. And I figured this would be a little less wearing on the rope than the threads. So basically I'm trying to do all this kind of off-grid, kind of using the box truck, burn a little bit of fuel, keep the fuel fresh, and the lines running to the generator, exercising that a little, and also just kind of practicing off-grid applications here in this little mobile shop that I have. Hey, what are you doing, little guy? What is it? Where is it? Huh? Where's it at? Where's it at? Did you get it? Where is it? So Cody, he really loves it out here too. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get started. What I got to do is I'm going to heat up this rod, and I'm going to see if I can make the first one, see how well it works out for us. So we're going to use a little bit of heat, MAP gas torch, and heat the center of this, and then bend it over this radius, or this round piece of pipe. Now I want to do a prototype before I do the second two, or the second, well, I got to do 6 of these. Make sure it's going to work before I get too excited and do a bunch more fabricating here. Okay, what I've been doing here is just kind of getting this shape to where these bars are parallel, and these bars have to be 3.5 inches apart, center to center, in order to go through the holes on the seat. So I have to keep bending and shaping to try to get the first prototype ready, so then I can use this as a duplicate, and then the other ones following this will be a lot easier to bend. Now, after all this is cooled off and I cut these off to length, then I'll know exactly how much bar that I need for the next one. Now I figured, my calculations, I came up with 14 inches is what I would need minimum. I'll probably be wasting about 6 inches off each side, but this threaded rod comes in really handy for all kinds of different projects, so it won't go to waste. We're going to let this cool down. So what I'll do is from where I mark this at 6 inches, I'm going to measure down another 3 inches and cut these off, and that will give me enough for my board penetration, and then enough for a washer and a nut to go on there. So you got the idea what I want to do to all of these. So now that I made a prototype, I can use this as a pattern to duplicate the last 5 that I have to do. Well, I have it all tied together, and I left the ropes long on purpose. That way I can adjust that to make that level for some settling and whatnot. When it starts to be used, we can just go ahead and adjust the rope as we need to. And at some point I can cut the excess off. Okay, here's the test. If it holds me up, it should hold everybody else up. So adults and kids can swing on this as they want to. Now you know I'm going to have to test all of these out. Well, it didn't break, so that's a good sign. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you got a couple trees in your yard, that's one way you can make a swing set. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Take care and God bless.